Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Another night of art. We're going to do this is a live video chat art and crafts for adults because we use sharp things, and we also a chat show where we like to interact with our friends and our people in the chat. So, let me get my iPad set up here. Get my little plug in so I don't lose anything, and see if I can see who's in the chat room. Just a few minutes early so I could get set up. I like to get set up and get my channel up here, which is this one, and turn that down. And there's Margaret. Hello, Margaret. And Belinda's here. How are you? Hi, Sharon. I did some more paintings today with my crayons, and I used the oil technique to blend. I'll have to get me some mineral spirits. Like you said, Sharon, they come, you can get them. I think probably I could get the fragrant free or something. Mineral spirits. And yeah, let me put that on my, see if I can get me a list going here. Things I need to get. Got some scrap paper here. Mineral spirits. And I think that has alcohol, odorless. Yeah, I'll get the odorless. Thank you. And but it does work with the oil. I used the castor oil, and it did do a decent job. So I'm not totally unhappy with it, of course. And so I was going through my book today, and I was trying to find some things that I haven't finished. And I haven't finished the rabbit yet. I can do the rabbit or the elephant. Which one would you like for me to do? The elephant or the rabbit? Or we could start something new. Now I want to do the elephant or the rabbit. Oh, I've got Q-tips. I've got tons of Q-tips. Don't send me any Q-tips. I got tons and tons of these funny ones that I don't use. There's another pack in there that has a funny end on it. And I used these again today, and they're fine. They work fine. Belinda wants me to do the rabbit first. Okay. We can do that. I might put some, I got my leaves out. I could put some tall grass behind them. A few leaves. So anyway, I'm going to try to use my brush markers. I got two different grays. Actually, that's a purple. Purpley gray. Yeah, that's good. So we can actually, let's see what the picture says. He's brown. He's not gray. He's brown. So I guess I'll have to go with some browns. Let's turn this over so I can see. So let's go with this. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to hit you on the head. Did it hurt? I'm sorry. Didn't mean to hurt you. So we could go with some neutral colors, some tans and browns. This is a bronzy color, and this is I think that's silvery bronzy. And I can do a combination of the markers and the pencils. Let's do it. Let's do that. Oh, I like that idea. So go with the go with some tan. I've got lots of tans. There's a tan, and this is those are yellow. Let's just see what we got and see how that works for a while. And okay, let's just try some of these. I'll start off with this one, and we can put some pencils on top of it if it's too if it's not the right shade. We're getting right into it today. That's good because that means we'll have time to play with something else. Because I got plenty to play with. Oh, I got some important things to tell you. What did I do with my things? Yesterday, I went to go over to see Dana and Becca. I almost forgot to tell you. And we did some arts and crafts over her house and over Dana's house. And I did already post them on our Facebook group, so you might have already seen them. I thought I brought those in here. I guess I left them in the kitchen. Just a minute. I gotta go get them. Cute. I got some Happy Meal from Sharon. Woohoo! Sharon sent me some Happy Meal. Now she wants to send me Q-tips. I got Q-tips. Really, I do. It wouldn't be worth the money to send it when you can get them for, a package for $1 at the Dollar Tree. I had some bulk mail, which I like to save the bulk mail stamps. So this is what we did yesterday. We were into the resins. And can you see the turtle? Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. And then I made a trivet. And this is just on a piece of board, like chip. Well, it's thicker than chipboard. It's wood, and it's just a circle. And all I need to do is sand the edge a little bit, and maybe just do a little light staining on here, a little wash of something, paint. And this was it's a trivet, and I just used all kinds of glass on here. Dana had a whole box of this stuff, all different colors, and I said, I don't know what I'm going to make, and I just started putting them down, and I love them. I love them. Oh, they're different. Your Q-tips are different. Let me go show you what I've got, just in case. You can send them. I won't. I won't care. These are called safety swabs, and I don't use these. I've never tried them in my ears. I've just there's nothing wrong with the regular Q-tips. It's a turtle. Yes. So I have a pink flamingo, and I have a turtle, and I printed out. I've been busy. I'll be busy. And I printed out the seahorse, and I'm hoping I ordered me some more picture frames, and I'll get 4 new picture frames, and these are all 8x10s frames. So I will put all of these in the same frames and hang them on the wall together as a group. So I'm doing this the pink flamingo. I love it. And then I got the turtle, and then I printed out a seahorse, and I think I'm going to use this one. I think this one will be too. It's too big. I cut the top and the bottom off, so this one's a little bit too big. We'll paint this one in the book, but this will be the seahorse. And then I need one more picture of something Florida-ish, and I can either do um, a jellyfish, a starfish, sand dollar, because they're all three different. They're not like the pictures didn't come from the same author, and so, but I like this little bit of something in the back on the white, a little bit of splash, uh, something in the background blurry like. So I like this style, and I couldn't find one with the seahorse that had some kind of a splash on the back, but I might be able to draw it in, and that would work. I could draw it in. So anyway, I ordered me some resin. This is resin. It's clear resin, and it's a pour, and you pour it on top of your picture, and then it oozes out and goes everywhere. But uh, I've ordered me some resin and some things to go with the resin and things to do. I ordered some color to go with the resin, and but this was so much fun, guys. This was so much fun, and those are all. They're not beads. There are some seed beads in here, but they're glass. They're little chunks of glass that Dana had bought in separate, and she had a whole bunch of them. And oh, it's so cute. So I'm loving them. I'm loving them. So I got two more to do, a lobster or a crab. Yeah, I haven't printed anything out. Okay, Lisa, going to the balcony. Hi, Chris. I saw you the other day, and so anyway, I got these safety swabs. Was this some of the swabs that you were talking about? Maybe they got a little bit more cushy on the tip of it, but I'll try them. But they're for my art room. I don't like to use those. And then I made the trivet extra. So I got some sandpaper. I've got to sand this down and paint the back of it yet. So, but what I'll do is I'll look for my pictures. I've got a few days before the stuff will get in, and it's no trouble to do it. And then I watched some more videos about resin, and you can do paint pouring with it. You can color the resin, and there's mica powders that you use to put in the resin and color the resin. And you've got enough time. It's not like it sets up immediately. The resin does not set up immediately. It takes 24 hours for it to completely set up, and it maybe a little bit less, but overnight. And then but it's good for like 15-20 minutes before you have to finish up what you're doing with it, because it's going to start to set. So, but this is Happy Mail from Sharon. So let's see what she sent. I'm just ripping up the envelope, but so thank you, Sharon. She sends me pretty pictures, and I always like to paint Sharon's pictures. Look what she sent me. She sent me some more stuff, and it looks like It looks like I'm going to get to use some of these. Hi, Beth. Sending these along to show different ways to do them. Hope it's okay. Love and hugs, Sharon. Thank you, sweetie. Yes, it's perfectly okay. And we like our, oh, look at their funny animals. They're animals. You put this, it looks like you put the fox head, yeah, on the squirrel. Is that on a squirrel? He's got, yeah, those are squirrel heads, a body. And here's the raccoon, and he's on a squirrel. These are perfect. These are perfect animals. And look, the bunny on the deer. I love them. I love them. Absolutely perfect. And look here. Here's some, this looks like vintage things. And we're going to get in the vintage book again today. So these will be perfect for my collaging in the vintage book. Thank you, Sharon. Yes, absolutely perfect. So where's my vintage book? It's over here. So we're going to put those in the very front so I'll have them. These are very, very cute. And I love these background pictures, this book you have. It looks like a children's book, perhaps, with the forest animals. So thank you so much. Did you name them? Did you give him a, let's see, it's a raccoon and a squirrel. So it could be a squirrel coon, a squirrel coon. Hi, Ellen. Come on in. Hi, Joyce. I got so excited. Woohoo! So excited. Good to see everybody. If I've missed anybody, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, but I think I got everybody. So this could be a squirrel, a squirrel coon, and a, is this a squirrel too? I can't tell what this one is. He's got two claws on his front, a fox and something, and then the deer rabbit, the rabbit deer. It's a rab deer. It's a rab deer. Rabdear. We spell it different. We spell it all wrong. Thank you, Sharon. I love them. They are sweet. Very sweet. This was not a popular swap, and I probably won't do it again for a very long time, but it was fun. I really had fun making up the animals and making up their names. And it was just something different, way different. And I was inspired with the scavenger hunt inspired me when she said to make a hybrid animal for the scavenger hunt, and we did that cheetah giraffe, a giraffe. It was a giraffe. And I was just so happy about that one that I wanted to do more, and we did. And I think we did pretty good with it. And I think, considering it was a unusual swap, it was fun. It was fun to do. So I'll put this over here. So thank you so much. So let me get back to the rabbit, and we will. I've got markers and pencils, and we're going to do a brown tone rabbit. Get calmed down in here. Whew. But I tell you, I was tired from yesterday because it was a 2 hour drive. It's so funny. Um, Orlando is a very busy place, very congested, and to get through the middle of Orlando to go to where I'm going, which was Dana's house, there was no other way to go than to go right through the middle. And there are other ways, but some of them required tow road. There were tow roads, and some of them were squirrely, and you had to go, do little detours and stuff. And thank you, I will. And but we went, and it was like 2 hours to get over there, but it was 2.5 hours to get home. And it's not a terribly bad place. And okay, Jassy said that she did a colon test. Was it a colon guard? Uh, and yes, Jassy, I will definitely put you on the list again. And let me find the book. It's right here. It's right on top. Um, if it was a colon guard, yes, from the doctor's office. Okay. Well, just not to build your hopes up or build them down, I will tell you that I am a little bit medical. Okay. I've worked in the medical field all my life. And hi, Angela. Hi, Teresa. And just want to tell you that those little tests that they give you from the office and from the color guard, the one in the box where you do a test and send the specimen back to them, and then they test the specimen. Well, just to let you know that they will show up a minute amount of um, a strain or a little tiny uh, I'm going to say it's not really a bleed, but they will come back and show positive for blood, and it's like the minute amount, and it's it's very minute. So you have a very low chance, very low, of it not being anything. But to make sure, you have to do the other test that goes with it. And Joe did the same thing, and sometimes he strains a little bit, and and it creates a little scratch on your skin, and that little scratch will show up positive on your test. And some things are normal, when you go to the bathroom, and some things aren't. So you have them checked, and that's the best way to prove that there's nothing wrong. And the best test is a colonoscopy. And so you will probably go for one of those, and that's what Joe's going to do next week. So I'm just telling you this to share that it is probably nothing. But to be sure, we go to the doctors and we do these other tests for preventive care, and we catch them early, we catch things early, and then we get treated early, and then everything is so much better because you caught it early. So just want to let you know, please find comfort in knowing that it's just a test. They're going to check it out, and they're going to find out what the deal is. So please don't get over compulsive about it. And I saw a video of today. Teresa was at the park, so she's got her grandbabies with her. She's got grandbabies and great grandbabies, right? But Esther, I will definitely put Jassy back on here. Absolutely. So we will definitely cover you in prayers, Jassy, and anyone else. And um, is Candy in here yet? I haven't heard from Candy yet, and we want to find out about Mel, see how he's doing. So if I've done everything I'm supposed to do so far, you all keep me in line. I'm excited, and my brain is going woo 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 woo. It's having rabbit trails. Having some rabbit trails. So anyway, these are so cute, and I love the paper that it's on. Do you think they would go good in the vintage book? I think they would. I'm going to put these in the vintage book. We'll do that next. So let's see here. We're going to do a little bit more maybe a little bit of gray, and just do a little bit of furage. It's furage. Furage. So that's good. So I'm going to keep that one out. I like that one. And in the ears, I'm going to go with a very light purple in his ears. I might even put a little bit of pink. But this is a pretty little purple color, lavender, real soft. It's real soft. And it'll blend in with that gray. And we'll do a little bit on his hair. He looks like he might have a flat top. He's got a flat top hairdo. Joe's been cutting his own hair, and it looks good. He bought him some clippers, buddy, and he puts them on a number 4, number 5, or whatever, and he goes and he buzzes his hair, and he does a good job. It looks like he's been to the barber shop. That book is from Amazon, and it's for reverse doodles. Okay, I've got a reverse book like that of some sort. It's a reverse coloring book. Let's see if I can find it. It should be right over here. I wonder if it's similar. And I bought Becca one and Dana one, and thinking that we would do it together, but they weren't too impressed, so they didn't care for it. But we have the book. Oh, I think I've been looking for this paper. I think it's stickers. I've been looking for this. This is sticker paper. You can print on it and you create your own stickers. I knew I had it. Just hadn't seen it for a while. And here is some painting paper. It's just sticking in there. It's just waiting for somebody to come and rescue it. Is this it here? Here it is. It's getting warm. So it's a reverse coloring book. And my pages are slick, where yours are not. Yours are more dry paper, and I like yours. I like those, and so I can see now where you're from on the paper. So that's good. But we've got the reverse. We should try to do some more stuff with this. I have drawed in it, but I haven't done a whole lot in it, just very little. And it's like paint blobs. When we do paint blobs, you kind of look for what you see in it. What do you see? So I've got some kind of creature here with it looks like he's got a unicorn horn, and this looks like some kind of a mountain, and then there's a dog over here, and I've got circles, and then there's a mirror image down here. It has a mirror image with Dania and Becca. And here's another one, and we turned it around, and we found pictures as we turned. So there's a horse, and there is some kind of a bird or chicken. There's a fish. Then over here we have the head. It looks like a camel. It looked like a camel maybe with a hump. And I've got some hearts. And then down here I have these little clouds, and I put the days of the week on them. Just just uh just to be fun, just for something fun. But days of the week. And I did this one with Becca, and I think that's the only ones I've done. So we'll have to we'll have to get this out some other time, but I do have that. Thank you, Sharon. So let's get back to my rabbit, and I think I'm going to add some pink to his ears with a pencil. And this is mixed media, just for the ears, and his nose will be pink. Like that. So, oh, Lisa finished her grandson's sweater, and then she's starting on a shawl. Oh boy, that's wonderful, Lisa. Does he like it? Is he going to wear it? Is it going to be one of those itchy sweaters that he has to wear because his grandma made it? The horror stories that you hear back in the old days. But sweaters today are not the same fabric as the old itchy full wool. You can find soft acrylic uh, fabric now. Okay, Steph. Oh, okay. Fighting a nap. I understand that. I was fighting one about an hour ago. I set my alarm so that I wouldn't drift off. But heavens, yes, it's easy to do. Get a nap in. So I'm going to go with the next shade of this brown, and I'm going to do the his hair, and I think I'll use two different shades to give it some effect. Get up into his ears a little bit. Get some of this off my table. I used that one and I used that one, and I want to use some color on his thing, and he's got a flowered bow tie. I think I might have something over here that I might be able to use. See if I can find it. I had some Easter ribbon over here, and I don't see it. I might have used it all up. I've done a really good job cleaning up over here on the right, but I need to put um, some bookends over here to hold, because my files are laying down, and I need some more strength over there. So we'll work on the bow. I might find some over in the basket over yonder. So let's go ahead and get the rest of his brown, and I'm going to go for the dark brown now, and do his fur. And I'll use the pencil too to help me. So that's good. I like that. Go this away. that. Good. And then we're going to go right below. I know he's got whiskers, but you can't really see the whiskers on the napkin, but he's got them. And I'm going to extend this down past the whiskers on down his face to his body. And then he's got his feet. Little impression of his feet. And this looks good. And I will put some accents on his mouth. This is going good. I like it. It's still amateur. I'm still an amateur. He likes his sweater. It's red with little specks of purple. That's great. Hi, Laura. Everybody's wanting a nap tonight. I slept good last night, but it started raining this afternoon, and I think the barometer, you know, the changes the way you feel, and it makes you want to take a nap because of the rain. It didn't rain a whole lot. I think it just rained enough to get everything damp. It's done passed over us. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to use, this is a gold color. So let's see if we put a little bit of gold in his fur. Give him a golden color. So anyway, I did order some resin, and I ordered some things to go with the resin, some molds and some things to draw. And I have some pressed dried flowers in this room, but I don't know where they are. And I've sort of been looking for them over the past month or so. So I ordered me another package of them. They won't go bad. And so they'll be coming, and they'll be fun to use with your resin too. And I bought some, remember the wax seals we used to do? I'm going to get that box out and see if there are some things in that box that I can use with my resin, because they can use the same silicone molds with your resin and your wax and your clay. So your silicone tools can be used for lots of different things. Thank you. You like the little bunny? Good. Oh, you can see him over here. Okay. This was a napkin, and that was my inspiration. And I picked all of these to use on him. So I did the gold. Put it over here. And I think I'm going to go with some of these brown pencils to fill in maybe some of the little white marks in his hair. He's got real soft fur, and he's got a down underneath his fur. He's got a down layer of even softer fur, and that's the softest part. And this is going okay. I like this. We'll have to do something for the background. Oh, I was going to do tall grass. I'll put some grass in the back. Big blades of grass. Okay, Donna. I will, Donna. Thank you, honey. Thanks for coming in. It's always nice to see your name. I love it. And I will put you on my prayer list, Donna. Put you on here, Donna. Okay, sweetie. And if anybody else wants to be on the prayer chain here, just let me know. I'll get the book out. No problemo. So that looks good. Just to cover in the little white spots. I'm not covering up the gold or the gray or the other brown, the tan. I'm just going over the little white marks and filling them in. And a little bit of white will show, and that's okay. I don't mind it at all showing. A little bit of white can show through. Making it up as I go, okay? I'm not a professional. please, please, please watch with a what is it? With a grain of salt. Keep in mind that there's always other ways to do this, but I love to find out new ways. I love painting outside of the box. We had so much fun yesterday. I got over there about 11 o'clock, and I stayed until almost 5 o'clock. And we worked on those two pieces, and I have purchased some more products so that we can do some of them here. I think I'm going to enjoy it. It's easy to do, and the resin nowadays is better than it used to be. Laura, you say I grow every year as an artist. Yes, I do. I'm not, but I am still a crafter. I don't think I will ever outgrow that word. I don't think I'll ever go beyond an artist. I'm an arty crafter, and uh, and I love to uh, just work off the top of my head, no plans, and have fun. It makes me so happy. This is making me so happy. I had no idea I was going to do it this way. I had no idea, no pre-plans. Actually, I was kind of avoiding it. As you can see, I put the rabbit down, and I went ahead and did all these other pictures first. I've done three, and this I finished this one today. I abandoned this house when we were doing the leprechauns, and then but as you can see, I've done lots of other things. So, but I'm back to it, and now I love it. And I say this over and over. There is just not enough time in a day to do all of the art I want to do. And I guess that's a good thing because that means I'll never be bored with my art. And I I stream 3 days a week. So, I never uh I always find something to get into. Oh, Captain Kangaroo Bunny. Yes. Did he wear glasses too? I think you're right. Yeah, the Captain Kangaroo Bunny. Boy, that dates us back a little bit, Donna. Thanks. We go way back. Captain Kangaroo. Was that just in our town or was that in everybody's town? Does anybody else remember Captain Kangaroo? What a name. Hadn't heard that name in forever. Jan remembers. Okay. You're learning about resin, Teresa? Yep, me too. And there's several different kinds, and there's several ways to do it. And I watched a video today about resin, pouring resin. And when you color the resin, they call that dirty because usually when you use resin, it's clear and you pour it on top of your art. And but when you do a paint pour, uh, with color, they call that dirty. It's just a nickname. It's not dirty. But you pour all the paint in the same container, and and then you pour it on your board, and it flows. So so okay, Laura's heard of Captain Kangaroo. Okay. Did you also have a Mr. Cartoon? Now he might have been local. Mr. Cartoon, he was in our city, and I'm thinking he was uh, just a local TV station. Went to school with his kids, so he was my parents' age. The grass is going to be fun when we get to the grass. Oh, Donna said her husband had surgery. Okay. Oh goodness. Hope he's all well. Is he healing? What kind of surgery was it? Can you share? So sorry. And I'm just going over the little white marks with this brown pencil, hitting and missing. And I will go over top of his mouth again. That looks pretty good. So, oh, great, Candy. I was worried about you too. He came home good, good, Candy. Well, I hope he's out of danger and is resting well. So glad to be home. Yes, Donna, we have had super good memories. Super, super, super. I've been wanting to get, I've got mom's scrapbooks, Donna, and she took so many pictures at church. I bet I can find a whole bunch of pictures we'd like to look at. And I've been saying I'm going to get a book out and show it to everybody. And I think Janet would love to see her England book, where her and Daddy, when Daddy and her went to England, they spent like, oh, I'm thinking 2 or 3 weeks over there. They it wasn't just a week trip; it was 2 or 3 weeks, and cause they traveled around England, and they I think they went into Scotland, and they also went into North Ireland, which is part of the UK. And I don't know if they went to Wales or not, but made a big circle. And but they went to Stonehenge, and Stonehenge is not very far from Janet. We ought to get her to take us to Stonehenge. That would be cool. So how about his feet? Can I use another different brown for his feet? This is just a different brown. They're just little feet representatives. Here's another shade. That looks good. I can see them. They look good. So let's go over his mouth, and I'm going to use the black again to go over his mouth. Of course, he's got to have a little bit of a grin. He's happy because Easter's coming. He's going to get some eggs. And I tell you, what would look good on his glasses? Embossing powder. I was embossing the other day, and I still have it out. So let's emboss his glasses. Everybody raise your hand if you agree. Raise your hand. And I wanted to put some fabric on his bow. I think that would look really cute. Okay. Touch his eyes up. And maybe give him some eyelashes out here. Just a little eyelash. Okay. I haven't used these yet. Don't think I need to. This is the gray one. Maybe I'll go over his whiskers with the gray. This is a silvery shade, and I think I like that. Mm-hmm. There's his whiskers. That looks good. I like that. Okay. Janice says she doesn't have, never had, and don't have any, and don't have a heat gun either. Well, that's okay, Janice. You don't have to have a heat gun to do everything. But since we do have it, I think it would be fun if we did his glasses. Well, look for that ribbon I had out. I may have used it all up and put it in Happy Mail. No, I didn't. Here it is. Oh, Crackle-Lanch. I'm okay. Everything's okay. Let's fix it. What did I drop? The pink flamingo survived, and believe it or not, the turtle survived. These fell on the floor, guys, and the trivet survived. Whew. Wow, that scared me. Well, it didn't scare me, but I was worried. I thought, well, if I had to make them again, I could. I could make them again. So I've got my table cleared up off behind me. So I think it's time to uh, make a few spots off over here and place my pictures in a safe spot. So that's what we'll do with these guys. So they won't fall off anymore. I'm sorry about that. I am, and because when I get, uh, I want to put them in the same picture frame and do a wall collage like with them, all four of them. And I ordered 4 picture frames, so uh, they're all so far they're 8x10s, so I can do that. Well, I was going to use this for his bow tie. So let's see. Yeah, we'll have enough. I have enough. So what I can do is just do one of these deals and do a cut there and a cut here. That's what I'll do. We're going to do a cut there and a cut there. Good job. And we'll scrunch it in the middle. Cut it off there. And we'll fold this in half. And we'll make a V. This is extra. That's all I got left of that whole roll. I put a lot of it in Happy Mail. So we're going to color this here, and I'm going to just use my pink pencil. And hi, Jennifer. I'm making Ellen laugh. Oh goodness. I'm being silly. That's nothing new. Nothing new. So this is the background. This pink. It'll be the background. I've got my hot glue gun on, and I can burnish this with some oil, the ears and the bow and the nose. We'll get the oil out. I've got the oil right here with the castor oil. Mr. Rabbit. You're going to be all fixed up. And wasn't that his name on Captain Kangaroo, Mr. Rabbit? Wasn't that his name? on the TV show? Did he call him Mr. Rabbit? I think he did. Mr. Rabbit. So this is going to go here, and I'm going to just scrunch it up in the middle and glue that there. Hold it for just a second. Oh, a stuffed animal? Yes, it would, Janice. He would be cute. I bet you some of you crocheters can crochet it. It was Bunny. Bunny Rabbit. Mr. Bunny Rabbit. Thank you, Lisa. She came out of all the way from the balcony to tell me that. Thank you, Lisa. Is there anybody else up there in the balcony? Are you lonely? I bet Teresa went up. Okay, I think this is going to work. Bunny Rabbit. Mr. Bunny Rabbit. So this is how this is going down, just like that. Mr. Moose and Bunny Rabbit. Yeah, remember the moose. Good, Laura. Glad to see you in here, honey. Janice is hanging over. Uh-huh. So anyway, I think that looks cute with the pointiness of the bows. And that's it. That's the shape. So I was going to get the oil out here a little bit. I'm going to use one of the new Q-tips. And I'm using just a little bit of castor oil, and I'm going to burnish his ears a little bit. This is going fast. And I'm going to do his nose. You can see where I burnished it. There's a little bit of pink. We're going to do his nose. And this oil, I hope it dries. It doesn't really leave any residue, not any more than the waxy does from the crayons. And a little bit on the bow tie. You can go in any direction, but I kind of like to go with the grain. And that looks good. You can see the difference. I want to see if you all can see that difference. See the white, how this is a lot of space, a lot of white, and then the oil smooths it out and blends it together. Kind of like an ink pencil, but you're using a little bit of oil. So that's what that's all about. So we'll do this side. There's that, and then we're going to put the bow back because it's got a wire in it. So we'll lay it back down, and I think I need something right there in the middle of the bow. So let's see if we can find a flat back or a button or a pearl or something something cutesy. And I've got a couple of things that I can look in this box. I got more Nicky Nack boxes that I know what to do with. Oh, look at some of these. Look at this. This is it's a flat back, and it's a little decoration, pink and yellow. I think that's where I'm going to put. That's what I'm going to put down. So I didn't have to look any further. First thing I found. That's usually where it goes anyway. When you look for something, you always go back to the very first thing you looked at. I do the same thing with clothes. When I try to buy clothes, and I go, I don't know, I'm going to look around first. I go back and get what I found the first time. Every time. Oh, that's going to be perfect. That is perfect. And I have no idea where I got those little flatbacks. I'm going to guess they came from Dana's. And I'm going to do some embossing. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Teresa. So, the solid is that solid pencil that you're putting the oil on. This is a Q-tip that I dipped in the oil, and this was the Posca pencils, regular coloring pencils that I used on the rabbit, and I also used some acrylic paint markers on the rabbit, and the pink was a pencil, and so I colored the pink in, and then I went over it with the oil, and you can use castor oil. Um, your You can use Skin So Soft, baby oil. You can use the solution that you buy that are the odorless spirits, and I've got that on my grocery list. I don't have any spirits, but I've got other things, and play around and see what you can rub your pencils around with, and this is just a technique that people have been doing for years and years and years. And Sharon brought it to my attention that I needed to use some oil the other day. So here it is. And I bought this castor oil for something for in here. Uh, uh, so it's been in the craft room for a while. So yeah, there's so many things that we can do in our art. So I'm going to go ahead and do my embossing next. So I think I can put this back. And I can probably put all my pencils back. And I did do some experimenting with the embossing the other day. Um, I was watching Carrie the Crafter on YouTube. He is a popular person, and he lives in the UK. And he was doing some embossing, and he was doing butterflies and flowers on text paper. And that's what I did the other day, and that's how come I've got these here. They're on text paper, and we were playing around with. There was a bird, had a bird, and we were doing embossing, and these were embossed, but they're not high sparkly embossed. It's like a flat embossed, and I don't know if that is normal or not. I don't know. So here's my embossing, and I do have some embossing pens to try, and then we're going to use the black, and this is detail embossing powder, ebony. So that's what that is, And then if I have to, I will use these pads, but I'll try this first. So this one is a white embossing pen, and this one is a black embossing pen. So I don't know if it makes a difference or not. It goes on like a magic marker. It doesn't have too much of a smell, but it should have a stickiness to it. And when I sprinkle the powder on there, it'll stick to the black. It'll stick to the black ink. Oh, I like it. It's good and juicy. And I haven't used any of my embossing things for years. And I thought for sure they'd all be dried up and no good, but they seem to be making a comeback. And it looks like it's staying wet. It looks like it. So I have time to do this side. It's still, I can still see it. It's wet. Okay. Just want to make sure it's good and wet. And it is. So it should be sticky. It's a sticky wet. It's got a little bit of a stickiness to it. It's liquidy. And so this powder should stick to it. And I'm just going to pour it right on top of the glasses. And then I'm going to shake it off. And I'll save all the extra powder. I'll pour it back in the container because there's really not much to waste. You pick it back up. Sometimes you get a little clump, and that's okay. So there's my glasses. I think I got plenty on there. And I'm going to pour it off. And I think I'm just going to put the lid back on this for just a moment. And I will pour it off on a sheet of paper. Like this. It's going to be cute. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Ellen. Good to see you all. Glad you come in. Hello, hello. Come on in. So, we're doing mixed media. So, this is going to be my paper, and I'm going to fold it in half. I think I can fold it in half. And I'm working in my art book. Shake it down a little bit and pour it off the paper, my book, onto this paper. And that's still good. So it looks like I got most of it. There's a little spot there. It's not too late. All I need is my pen back. And then this other stuff here, I can dry brush it off. So there's a little spot here. I must have missed it. And that looks okay. And that's not bad. So we'll take and put a little bit of this powder on that spot that I missed. And this will go back in the jar. I don't remember what he said, if he said anything. I'll have to Google that. I bet I can find something on the web, World Wide Web about it. So there's all that powder's gone. You very you don't waste a whole lot. And the rest of this, I'm going to go over to the garbage can and shake it off a little bit more. And then this here will dry brush off. And I can use a dry brush. And here's a fan brush. It's a good brush to use. And I can move it out of the way. And of course, the heat gun will blow it off, of course. But this way, I can dispose of it properly. I can either put that back in the jar or just put it in the garbage for now because there's not that much there. Options, you got options. See how that cleans up around it? So I can either do that or I can let the blow gun do it, the heat gun. My little desk broom. So anyway, let's see. Let's go ahead and tap this off in the garbage. And I want to go that way so that I don't hit it on the bow, get any of that powder on the bow. Oh, I know what it stuck to the oil. It was sticking to the oil. That little bit of oil I had on there, which wouldn't be too bad if it had a little fuzzy there. So there he is. There's a little bit over here that didn't get good and wet, but that's okay. I think I've got enough on there. So let's use the heat gun. The black is hard to see. It's melting. It's embossed. Woohoo! It's shiny. See the shiny glasses? Now, just the other day, Joe bought me some things from the dollar store, and he bought me some bling. What'd I do with my bling? It should be right here. He bought me some bling. What'd I do with it? It's right here. Here it is. So I'm going to put these on his glasses um, for the right here and right here for the part of the, is it the cat eyes? What we used to do with our glasses. I didn't wear glasses as a child. My sister wore glasses. So let's put some bling on his glasses. Right there. Hi, Lynn. Good to see you, honey. You've been wearing glasses since you were young. Yeah. I've been wearing glasses since I was about 40. I got I started wearing readers, and now I have bifocals. So isn't that great? Now we're going to do grass. We got to do some grass, and I'm going to get 2 or 3 shades of green for the grass. We've got lots of greens, and we're going to use all of them. I'll start over here. Okay. Let's see. If you saw my Walmart haul, I said in there thanks for the prayers for my dad. Okay, honey. Thank you, Lynn. I'm glad he's doing better. And he's home. Good. Good. Glad that he's home. You got the same markers? Yeah. Yep. Good girl. I love him. Can't go wrong with him. So I'm just going to his whiskers. I'm going to go ahead and just go over top of the whiskers, and I will go back over and do the whiskers again when we're done. And I think that I can do it because with with these markers, because they're paint, they will go over top of each other. So I don't want to touch it, but it's completely cool, completely dry, and it's embossed, and you can really see it. I can see it so much better than here than I did on those butterflies that I did the other day. So we're doing the grass. So Lynn, we got something to look forward to. Lynn is sending me some happy mail. Okay, Lynn. Thank you, sweetie. We like our happy mail. You you don't have to send me a whole lot. I've got too much. But if you want to send me a little card or a thank you note, I will use it and I will love it forever. And I got some things up here in the Victorian book that Sharon gave me, and I think we should make a page with it. That's what I want to do. But we kind of went on a squirrel, a rabbit squirrel, for this little rabbit. So I'm just going to go something like this on his head and blend it in. I might use some pencils to blend that a little bit better. And then I'm going to pretend it's going to be straight down here. The grass is behind him. Mr. Bunny Rabbit. So that looks pretty good. I'll do another one out here. Like that. And I'm going to go down here. And it's going this direction. Using my imagination. Lynn, I had a napkin when I drawed him. If you watch the beginning of the show later, you watch, and this was my inspiration, and it was a napkin. So I drew the bunny and over here with a pen, and it takes time. And all I can tell you is, if you start drawing, well, no matter pick a picture and draw it. Don't stop drawing. I mean, the very first time you draw, you're going to say, I don't know about that. You will. You're going to say, I don't know about that. But after a while, after a year, you will start to look better. And that's how I started. I've been doing drawings since for 7 years now. This is my 7th year anniversary, guys. And I'm very, very happy with all of the things that I've done over the years. This one's going to go off the page. These are grass. He's in the field, the grass field. But you have to start somewhere, Lynn. You have to start somewhere. So find something, print something out off of the internet, use a coloring book. I've got a cat. I've got some ideas for you, Lynn. If you stick around here for just a few more minutes, I'm going to show you some tricks that you can do to trace, how to trace. So here's another green. How many of you guys remember going out in the yard and picking a fat piece of bladed grass, and you laid it in between your thumbs and you blew and made a whistle? How many of you remember doing that with this tall grass? It didn't work with the little tender grass. You had to have a big old horsey piece. And we would take the clover blooms and yeah, you taught your kids and grandkids too. All right. Now that is quality time. Nobody can take that time away from you. That's quality time you're spending with your kids. So there's that blade. Let's go down here and see if I can match it up. We would take the clover blooms, the little flowers, the pink and white flowers, and we'd hook them together like a chain and put them in our hair. We used to do that too. So you see how I'm doing the grass? It's a little tedious, but it's coming along. It won't be long, and it'll all fill in together. So this one is coming down here and coming off like this. So, let's get another piece over here and have it going down this way. Normally, I do all the coloring first, but I got so excited with all the other decorations. I just got excited. Which doesn't take much for me to get excited. I can get excited. So that's going down back there. It's looking good. Okay. And the more I get done, the more I do. I'll have this one going off the page too. Uh, the quicker it goes. So if I can do an extra blade, just keep on at it. Keep at it. Okay, looks good. Another green. Um, yeah, Lynn likes a particular type of cartoons, anime, and I totally understand what I do understand it. So here's what I'm going to show you. I wanted to show Lynn before she takes off. Um, we'll show you something, Lynn. You can go to the Dollar Tree or to Walmart, anywhere you want. Not that one. Uh, let's go. Let's get you a piece of paper, just regular paper, any kind of paper. It doesn't have to be notebook paper. And you get you a coloring book of some sort. Okay? Get your coloring book from the Dollar Tree. This one's on black paper, but you could use that. But let's get something on the white paper, which is more likely what kind of book you will have. Like this is just a coloring book of dogs. Okay? So you take your paper and put it on top of your coloring page, and you can see underneath. So then you take your pencil, and I'm just going to use a regular school pencil, and you can trace your doggie's ear. There's the ear. And then here's his head. And here's his other ear. Now, you may not be able to see through the paper on the camera, but I'm tracing the dog. I'm tracing the dog. There's his eye. And here's his other eye. And and uh, and you just kind of go with it. Here's his other floppy ear. This is his head. So you can draw, Lynn. You can draw. Is this a bulldog? He's got teethers. And look how I drawed him. Looky here. I drawed the dog. You see? So, and you've got a light pad. Perfect. I do too. I have the light up pad too, but I didn't know where it was, so I was just doing it the easy way, the first way that I learned how to do it years ago. So, so there you can trace and draw a picture, and then then one of these days you will learn how to draw it over here with the picture over there, and you can still learn to draw it. It's you just takes a little practice, and I'm trying to encouraging you to practice and do different things because that's what it's all about. So I'm going to make some more grass here. This one's going to go off the page. So So you say, how did you do that? Well, there you go. That's how you do it. That's how I did it. And this blade comes down here on top of this other blade, and these pins will mark on top of the other color so you can do layers like that. And I do use the light box sometimes in my work. Yeah. Well, every time you write a page of journaling, on the opposite side, that's where you should draw. And whatever you've written down, whatever you talked about in your journal, you might have a picture in your mind of what you're talking about, and you might be talking about a dog. Then you can draw the dog. Bye, Lynn. Charge your phone. Bye, honey. Thank you. She uh she is just learning. She's a youngin. She's a youngin and learning. We like to help our youngins. So I'm going to put this one down here like that. Like that. Making the grass. See, once I get all this done down here, I'll just have to fill in the rest. So let's get one of these going over here, going in this direction. Of course, I would pick a time consuming project. We like our projects. Make that coming down here. We got we've got two more greens over here. So the bigger we go, the faster it'll go. We got some tall grass behind our buddy. He's out in the garden. He's looking for a carrot. He's out looking for a carrot. We know. We know what he's looking for. So that worked out real good. So I'm going to do one over here too. Color this in. Okay, that's good. That one closed up. Good, good. And I would redo the. I'm going to redo his whiskers. Get some of this one in here too. Get some green in here. Maybe this will have a little bit of green here. See, this is the good part about these. You can draw on top of the other colors. And I just added another piece of grass right there, a layer. So it was too greeny. It was two of the same shades, similar shades. So let's color this part in. We'll get the Victorian book out next. Work on it a little bit. Do Sharon's page. Do a Sharon page. I've got some other Happy Mail in the book, so we can do a combination of a collage of some sort. So I think that's good. See, I can go back over this one again. And I can use my white marker. I've got a white marker to do some highlights like you would with a black marker. So let's finish up with this one. Here and here. Almost done. We got it. There. You like it? I think it looks good. It makes him pop out, don't you think? I think it makes him pop. Okay, I think we're done. Did I forget anything? We can put these up. Let me do his whiskers back. Put his whiskers back on. And I was using a silver. Remember what the silver looked like. Was it this one? Can you see them? Did they come back? There's his whiskers. Okay, so let me put my stamp and my date. Hi, Sana. You like my bunny? Thank you, honey. You've made art for 4 hours because you miss your mother in law. If you do things, I don't get tangled on my thoughts. You know, that's great, Sana. Do something and dedicate it to her. Dedicate it to your mama. And she was like a mama to you. So I highly recommend you do so and think of all of the good memories that you have and all of the things that she did for you. And those tears of sadness will turn into tears of joy one day. Not today, but one day. It will turn to tears of joy. And my mama's been gone for 5 years, and I just didn't think I was going to get over her. But I can honestly say that I feel better now than I have in a long time. And I'm starting to get my strength back. I'm starting to do more stuff and do things. So you hang in there, Sana. I'm with you, and I'm going to put you on my prayer chain. I'm going to put the date on this thing first. Today's the 28th. Her birthday was yesterday, too. My mama's birthday. And I was going to do something. Can't remember now what it was. I'll put this stamp on there. But yes, I totally and I did a lot of pages in here 5 years ago. The girls were so gentle with me. You might remember some of those times, Sana. Um, and I had a poem, and I have another one with um, that was really, really special to me, and it had to do with hands, your hand and your mama's hand. It's your mother-in-law's hand, and I have a picture of of my mother's hand and my sister's hand together. When we were sitting by her bedside, my sister was sitting on the bed and she was holding mama's hand. And I said, "Hold that right there." And I took a picture of their hands together. Oh, I can't tell you what that means to me to have those two hands. It's special, just so so special. She was, her two girls. We were with her, to the very end, and and Sana, you were with your mother-in-law too. She was at the hospital, and you were visiting her as much as you could. Yes. Yes, you do remember things, but it'll come to you, and you can journal about those things too, Sana. Write them down. Write down how you're feeling today, that you miss her. And I have my mama's picture in my bedroom, and I have a box, a memory box, and I've got her picture there, and I look up at her every day, and but it's becoming less and less. I say, Mama, I miss you. I wish you were here, but I don't have to say it every day, um, because I know she knows. She knows. I don't have to repeat it. Because I do know she knows that I miss her, and I believe she hears me. And I also believe that she's my angel. So your mother-in-law is your little angel too, and she's watching over you, Sana. She is watching over you. No doubt in my mind. Now this is going to make the bunny look nice by outlining it a little bit more, because the first outline I did has been covered up. But you hang in there, Sana, because I know that you can make some art cards with her memory, and you might find out her favorite color. You might find out her favorite animal, but and you might see a butterfly this summer. That's your mama. When you see a butterfly or a red bird, that's your mama coming to say hello. Yes, it is. So anyway, I'm done with Mr. Bunny Rabbit. He looks good. So let's move on. I've been on this for an hour and a half. So we'll move on to our Victorian book. Let's move on. Did I forget to do anything? Hi, Patty. Come on in, everybody. Have I missed anybody? Probably have. I've done nothing but talk. Talk your old leg off. So anyway, that's all I'm going to do to Mr. Bunny. We'll put him to the side. And I'm going to put up my embossing tools, which is this. And I'll move it over here off the table so I don't have another craft match. And I'm going to put this over and let it dry real good. But he's done. He turned out real good. And I didn't want to do them. I procrastinated. It just goes to show you your art can be very inspiring. Move some of these boxes out of my way and get my book. We got to put something on the front of it. Hey, maybe we could put one of these butterflies. Should we put a butterfly on the front of our Victorian book? What's that one? And an owl. We have an owl. He could go right there. Let's put them on the front. Because we made them together. So I'm going to use a little bit of wet glue on this one. And this is fabric. And this came out of Becca's stash of fabric when she had her little sale. And I bought a few things from her. So this is where the butterfly is going to live. And I'm just going to put that glue right on top of him so that he's glued down real good to the fabric. Doesn't that look good? It's got some blue into it. And then Mr. Owl is going to go right here. Had so much fun with this book. Smear that around a little bit. Put him down there. And he's just looking over at us saying, "What are you guys doing? Who? Who are you, Mr. Hoot Owl?" And it is glued down real good onto that fabric. Put that back in the water. And I'm going to take my napkin and wipe the glue off my iPad because I touched it with my paintbrush. So that's good. It's a start. We'll keep adding things. And see, I've got these that Sharon gave me, and I can put that little. Did we decide if it was a squirrel? I think it's a squirrel fox, a foxy squirrel. I don't remember what it is, but we're going to put him there. And so I'm going to get some more glue. He's going on the front. He's cute. Put that over there. And get my paintbrush back out. And I've got something over here in my water. Oh, shoot. That was a needle. There's a needle in my water, guys. I got to get it out. Oh, my heavens. I was sewing up something the other day, some paper, and I had some extra thread, and I thought I put it in my pin, in my needle thing, and I think there's a needle down in there. So when I take this over to the sink, I'll have to make sure I get the needle out of there. I feel something in there. I'm fishing. There it is. I got it. There's my needle. We'll put it over there in the pin cushion. Now I'll get my paintbrush back and smooth this glue out. Okay, that looks good. We'll put him on there. He's going to go up under there. So you just never know where your Happy Meal is going to end up at. And I think I will put just a little bit more on top to give it a seal. Okay, that's enough of that. Now let's go into the book. So good night, Sana. It's very late where she lives. She lives abroad. See, I think maybe one of these would look good on this page. Let's put her there. I'm going to fold it in half and put her right there. And I think I'm going to use the wet glue again. Yes, son, I'm so glad that you came to visit. Thank you, honey. Sleep well. Dream of beautiful thoughts. Beautiful thoughts. Happy memories. Guess I get my paintbrush back. Now this is a napkin. It's not fabric, so it will tear. So I have to be careful. It will tear. And I'm rough. And I know it. Rough and tough. Get some gluage on there. That's good. I think it's pretty. So I'm going to put that up. We still got some more things. We're going to put these, do another page, see what we can do. You might be able to do it there. Gotta let this dry real quick. We'll get some heat on it. I tore it right there. That's too rough. No. 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 Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Oh no. I don't know which side it's on. I said I'm going to get a piece of wax paper and put there. Well, I ruined it. Let's see if I can't doctor it up. I'll doctor it up. We'll fix it to where you can't even tell. I did it up really good. Yep, I did. Really good. That's all right. We're going to be all right. You can't hardly tell now. Thank goodness I got colors. See, you can't hardly tell. Sorry, Sharon. I made a boo-boo. But he looks all right. It didn't hurt his face. So let me get a piece of wax paper. And I might need another piece for something else. Just in case. All right. It's just a little tacky, a little damp. So we still have the first page. We haven't done yet. So every time we get into it, we get to do a little flip. Do a little flip through. This was the first page we did. It's got so many layers on it. It makes it look really cool. Really cool. Got lots of different ephemera from everything. You name it, from books to scrapbooking paper to music paper to wallpaper and stickers. You name it, it's in there. Same thing here. This was supposed to be her umbrella. Let's see if I can't do a little more to it. It kind of looks like a pitchfork. But I'll make some more ruffles on it. Make it look like her umbrella. She's got a little umbrella there. A parcel, one of those little. It's not really a rain umbrella, it's a sun umbrella, like what she's got on. So that looks a little bit better than what I had. Love my new white markers. These are called Panda Fly White Gel Pens. There was 3 in a pack, and as soon as one of those goes out, I will be ordering some more. Love this. It's appealing. Okay. And this was a Happy Meal page from Angela. A lot of it came from Angela's. And then I had a lot of ephemera left over on my desk. And I got this page out of my Currier and Ives book. It's it's an old antique book with pictures in it from the 1800s. And that's vintage. Vintage enough. Now this is ready to go. I did the background page. Had a lot of fun doing this. I love doing this type of stenciling with the ink pad and my little brushes. And we did the cow. And we put a napkin in the back of the cow to make it look like a garden. That's Blondel. Hi, Dallas. Um, Stamp Girl. Hi. Oh, it's not Dallas. It's it's pronounced some another way, isn't it? It's not Dallas. Dallas. I'm very phonic, Stamp Girl. I'm sorry, but glad you're here. We're going to do a vintage collage, is what we're doing. And these are some collages that I've already done in this book. And it's an old, timey looking vintage ledger book. And I bought it from Deanna Weekly on Amazon. So let's go to this page next. Thank you, sweetie. Dallas, Dallas, Dallas or Dallas. I love it. It's a beautiful name. So anyway, I've got some other vintage things here that we could put down on this page. I've got some pretty fabric paper, or paper that looks like fabric. And I've got this vintage Coca-Cola sign and these two pieces of paper that was sent to me. And this might be a piece of painty paper. And I think this is a piece of painty paper that somebody sent me. And then I have a recipe for a Crisco cake. Yum, yum. And then I've got a squirrel coon. A squirrel coon. It's a raccoon and a squirrel. That is cute. And here's a piece of vellum. That would look pretty. And I have a piece of napkin here that has a picture on it. Let's see which side. You can see it better. You can see a picture, an old timey picture. And I can put an old timey picture on here, and I know where one is. So let's go over there and get an old timey picture and all of these little ephemera papers that Sharon gave me. And I'll put these on there too. I got 3 of those, 2 of these, and I've got 2 of these. So I'll save one and keep one. And this is another part of the napkin. And I've got another old picture. These are going to be cute. Let's see which one of these we can use. So, Delise, Dallas, Delise. She's Stamp Girl. That's who she is. She's Stamp Girl. So, isn't this cool? Doesn't that bring back old memories of going to your grandma's house, combing her hair with her bow on the dresser? That's her boyfriend. And here she is. I think she's reading at a desk. And here she is laying on the bed. She must be away at school. And I believe that she is Oriental. I think these are college pictures, and I think these is a toga party. Isn't that funny? Here's somebody riding on a bicycle, but I can't figure it out. Look at that old car. And here is 2 people under their umbrellas, shading from the sun. I think these are school pictures. Oh my goodness. Here was the first dare. They had to kiss the ground. That was the first dare to get into the sorority. And they had to dress up like girls. Initiation was funny back then. What is it? And look at the girls. This was the girls, and they're the sorority girls. And this is the girl. This is where these came from. This was the girl laying on the bed, and I think she's Filipino. I think she's Filipino. She used to live in my neighborhood. I got these at a yard sale. Look at their dresses. So, which one y'all? Yeah, they're fraternity. I think they are, Janice. So, I want to use the girls, and I'm going to tear a little bit of it off. I'm not going to use the boys. The boys can go back in the box. Can't see that one. I'm not putting the boys in there. I'm not going to put her bedroom in there. But I do like this one. These came out of her a scrapbook. The girl that had these pictures, it was her parents. This was her mother back in the day. And I said, "Can I have the old pictures?" And she said, "Yes." So I'm going to put these two in here and save the rest. There you go. You can look at them go. So they're going to go in here. We went to a yard sale um, down in the shores, and we got some scrapbooks from the bin, the rubbish that they didn't want anymore. And I asked her if I could have them, and she said yes at a yard sale. And he's the one that was the map. He drew maps. Will you go turn the air on for me?
Oh, really? Okay.
Please, just 2 notches, just 2 notches. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to collage all this down now, and I did punch a butterfly out of this one, and it's here. I had it in my hand. Here it is, and it looks pretty. So I can either do that some more, or I can just maybe tear some of this paper up as collage fodder. That I could still use that collage fodder. So that's what I'm going to do. And I think to make it official, I'm going to ink some of the edges so it will stand out. And then we get to pick out some words to put on our page. It's been a good night, guys. We've had a lot of fun. And I have these little pieces of paper that Sharon gave me. And I'll save one and keep one for the page. So, oh, these are like little tickets. They come apart. They'll come apart. This one will. It came apart. It's like stamps. Yeah, they're stamps. We'll take them apart. Paint the edges. So after I get everything all inked up, then we'll start gluing. And see, this will tear apart too. They're like tickets. These look like film slides. I got some of them in this house too. I got some old slides from when I was a little girl. I need to take them and have them put on a CD. So those are inked. It'll take me just a minute to ink everything. Anybody have any questions? Has anybody been doing anything in your art room today or this week? You had a good week with your art? This little butterfly, he's he's worthy to have a little bit of ink. Cleaning and organizing. Me too. Well, I haven't done too much this week. I have been super busy. Last week, uh, I had Dana and Becca were in my neck of the woods, and we ran around and did some things and went out to eat. And we met up with Anne, who lives south of me. And then Becca went home with Dana. And then I went back over to see them yesterday and spent the day with them. And we arted. We did some arting all day yesterday. And I know that I could probably show it again, what we made. We were playing with resin and we did some pouring. And we did this in an art class last week. We did a resin pour at a place where you pay to have like a little lesson, and it was called Artrageous, was the name of the art place, and there was probably 20 people in there, guests, people doing stuff. And they had one section that was um, painting greenery, green pottery, which is pottery that's already been casted into molds and into objects. And it was already bone dry and had been baked into a bisque. And they were painting. They were painting their potteries. And then they leave them there and they would do the firing for you. And you would come back in a day or two to pick them up. And but we were doing the resin pouring, which was a picture in a picture frame. And they had several pictures to choose from. And Becca and I did a pink flamingo. And what it is the frame was laid down, and then we would put our beads and sequins on top of the glass over top of the picture, and made the bird again out of uh, rhinestones, drills, whatever you want to call the little sequin things, bead things. Some of them were glass, some of them were plastic, but they were really pretty. And we poured clear resin over top of the picture frame over the beads, and then it has to cure overnight. The resin does. Takes a while for it to dry, and it's the kind of resin where you mix up part A and part B, and then it becomes activated, and then you can pour it over top of your art project, and you can make jewelry. There's all tons and tons of art projects that you can do with resin. So I purchased some resin today, and some things that would go with my resin, and I bought some more uh, picture frames. So I'm planning on doing some more in front of you guys in the near future, and I can show you the artwork that we did now that I've inked up everything. I'll show you the pictures that I did. And I showed them at the beginning of the show too, if anybody wants to go back and see that as well. But let me show you what I did. we did together. So we went to Artrageous and we did this one at I took a class, and this was a craft shop down here where you go in and you sign up for classes, and they do pottery, they did resin pouring, and they also do glass fusions. And I've done glass fusions before too, but at another place. So this was what we did with all of the pretty things. And the pink flamingo was behind the glass. And then we put the beads on, and then uh, we used just a little bit of clear glue to keep it from sliding all over the place. And then I added these little things on the corner as an extra. Me, I have to do a little extra. So that's how that turned out about. So I can hang this on the wall. So what I'm doing, Dana did it. We did it over to Dana's house, and I made a sea turtle. Love him so much. And I poured all of that resin on these beads, and it all dripped out and smoothed out. It leveled out, but it's okay. It works great. And so what I want to do is to make this frame look more like this frame. I can either distress this one or paint this one. And I'm going to try to paint this one. If it paints up real nice, then I will leave it in here. And I think it would look good beside each other on the wall. Because the resin went clear to the edge of the picture frame. I don't think I'm going to be able to take this out of the picture frame. But anyway, this is what I did yesterday, and had so much fun. We each did something different. Now Becca and I both did the pink flamingo this day, and Dana did a sunflower, and I did post pictures in the. Thank you, Esther. I did post pictures in my group if you want to go back and scroll back and look for these pictures. And then I posted these pictures yesterday too on in my Facebook group. And Becca did a cat, and Dana did another sunflower. So so anyway, that's what we did yesterday at her house. And then we had a piece of she gave us a piece of board. It was a round piece of board from the hobby store, and I just laid down all of these pieces of chipped glass, and then I poured resin on top of it, and it turns into a trivet. So what I'm going to do next, I'm not going to do it tonight, but what I'm going to do next is I'm going to sand the edges down just a little bit because they're kind of sharp, and uh, and I'm going to sand the edges down, and I'm going to paint this brown or stain it or something. I'll do something, to make this finish this because it's not doesn't have anything on it. It's raw. But then that can stay in the kitchen, and you can use that for a hot plate. So isn't that cool? So I bought the resin, and I bought all kinds of things um, to play with. Uh, and I should be getting it in next week sometime. And in the near future, we will be doing some resin things with resin in here. So how's that sound? So you can watch YouTube videos on resin, and I learned a bunch of stuff today by watching uh, other video people do it. And there is other other there's another one, another resin that you can do that that is it looks like it's clear, but it's already mixed up, and you pour it over top of your artwork, and then you use an ultraviolet light to harden it. And it's kind of like what they do with my nails. They put a hard coat, something on top of my nails, some kind of a gel, and then I have my fingers underneath a UV light, and it hardens them. And that's why my nails stay pretty for the whole month. Because I get my nails done once a month. So Esther said she had a show called Buckskin Bill, and he told stories, and he had characters, and then he played cartoons. I was in dance class with his daughter. We were talking about that. We had a Mr. Cartoon in our city, and uh, he did funny stuff, and he also showed cartoons, and it was always after school. And then he always had a few kids that would come into the studio, and they would get to be on the show that day. And he would ask them their name, and then they would all stand up in a line. He'd ask each one their name, and then afterwards he'd show a cartoon. But you could go down to the TV station and stand in line to get on Mr. Cartoon's show. So let's start with how we want to start gluing these down. I guess I can ink that too. So those were the days. I don't think they do that anymore. Kids don't watch cartoons after school. They play the games. They have to play Minecraft. So I think I got most everything. So let's glue some of this down, and then we can look for some words. I'm going to use my glue stick. So we're just going to start right here. No rhyme or reason of how to do this. It's random collaging. Just random. But I think I can put that. I'm going to try to stop putting things in the crease, because it's getting too fluffy. Too fluffy. So I'll leave the spine alone. Here's another napkin. We can overlay that a little bit. And we can see a girl and a boy. This was from a napkin. It's real pastel. And we can put some things up here. And we can see through the butterfly. And I'm going to put that right there. That's where it was sitting. Put that there. That looks good. We got something else over here. We'll put that right there. And we've got our pictures of the girls. We'll put them right there. Giving these old pictures a second life. We got you going around again, Mama. Yes, ma'am. we've got you on there again, back in the scrapbook. And I'm gonna put this little slide. It's like a film strip negative. Put it right there. And we're going to put this one right there. No rhyme or reason of how I'm doing it. Just gluing things down. And then I'm going to put that right there. And these are random odds and end ephemera that people have sent me. Odds and ends, painty papers, and happy mail. And punches, things to punch out. I've got a piece of vellum here. Now, the thing about vellum, it does not like water at all. But I'm going to glue it down. We'll see if it likes it or not. It curls up. If it doesn't like it, it'll curl up. Maybe it'll stay down. But vellum, true vellum, is made out of skin, animal skin. It's a hide. So let's see. Does this have it up or down? I don't think so. See, it's trying to curl up. So I'm going to put something on the corner. Hold it down. Hold the buzz. And I have another picture. And she's combing her hair. I may not have room for that. She's combing her hair in the mirror. We might not have a place for everything, but that we still have more pages in the book to do, so it could be used for another day. And I'll put this butterfly right here. It's coming together. It's a 10-cent stamp or something. It's got 10 on there. And my little butterfly. He looks good there. That looks good there. Saving the picture. There's another piece of this. Maybe I can use a little bit of it over here. Like that. Like that. Hold that down. Just holding it down. Oh, I like it. It looks good. So I do have another little piece of this. Put another piece right here. It's got that pretty gold and red and orange on it. It gives it a pop of color. So the rest of that I think was saved. I think I've got everything on there that was laying here. And we're going to get some words now. I need another little piece of silver, which is this one. Over here to balance. That looks good. I like it. And all these rest of these little ephemera things, we will put them in another page back here, and we still got other things to glue in the book. It's a glue book. It's a vintage glue book. So I can get some words out, and you all can tell me which words. Thank you, Patty. which words would you like for me to put on here? And I've got some words. So we've got earnest, easy, eclastic, endorsed, energetic, energize, fantastic, favorable, familiar, famous, knowledgeable. You like the familiar? I can do more than one. She was knowledgeable for going to college. I want to put that one on there and familiar. Okay. And I will ink the edges again. We could put two words. And these words, I've got a whole bunch of them in here, and I typed them up on the computer, and then I printed them out in different fonts, different colors of ink, and a variety of sizes to use in my art. So that's how I come up with all that. And I'll use the same ink, and I'm using a red burgundy ink on all of this page. And I could ink the edges of this as well to pull it all in. Yeah. And we just did a November page. How about that? So we got knowledgeable and we've got familiar. So, have I gotten you in the mood to do a glue page? Well, all you need is about 10 items, that pull 10 items that could be the same color, shades. It could be a themed, it could be all birds or maybe animals. Um, you can use you can use old pictures. So I want the knowledgeable up here on this page. And then I'll put the familiar right there. Right there or right there. So it's just that's the way I roll. The way I roll. So there's that, and there's that. And look, I got a minute to spare. Almost 8:30. So that worked out really perfect. So I've had a busy day today. That's nice. I put the date on it. We like to put the date on it. Don't have to put made by Beth on everything because the whole book was made by me. But I will put the date on it to show that we did it together. And when I go through and look at my artwork and I want to see it in person or I want to see the video of it, there's the date. I can just look up the date and I can go back to my video and watch me do this again. And I do watch my videos. I just like to watch them. I don't know why. I like listening to myself, I guess. Okay, Angela, goodbye, honey. I'm getting off too. So, guys, thank you all for coming in. This was so much fun. I will be taking a picture of it. And I'll take a picture of the bunny. And I have to leave this open because it needs to dry. It was a pleasure. Thank you, Ellen. It was fun. It was fun. So here's Mr. Bunny Rabbit. And we did good. We embossed, we blended, we did markers, we did pencils. We did all kinds of stuff. And I think that's all we did today. So glad you came in, Dallas. 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 Was that it? I'll forget every time. But thank you for coming in, Stamp Girl. Love you guys. Esther, thank you for, I know you came in late. Hope you're feeling better. You still have some pain and a cough, but a little better every day. Well, you got the cough and keep your lungs clear now, Esther. Don't you let your lungs get hardened. So thank you, Belinda. Thanks, everybody. Ellen, thank you all for coming in. And I will be back on Tuesday. And Colleen and I will be doing something fun because we always do. Good night, everybody. Put everything together, put everything up, close the lids, turn everything off. Good night.